Hey ladies and gents, it's Zembak, and we are looking at the new Tier 8 Swedish Premium medium tank. Waiting for the new line of Swedish tanks, medium tanks to come out. So they've offered us a new one here called the Lansen C. This is going to join the Strev 4257 and of course the Primo Victoria. Yeah. So what was this? Well, this was a design building on the concept of a 20-ton light tank shortly after World War II, about 1947. It wasn't until about 1949 before the project really started getting humming along, and they come up with the it was kind of a weird deal, right? So Sweden's kind of a, not a lot of people, resources and whatnot, so they were thinking a big heavy tank wasn't what they needed. They needed lighter tanks, less armor, but a few, quantity over quality, or quantity over armor. Maybe that was the best thing. So they developed a couple different tanks, and this was one of them. This in the 20-ton class. However, by about 1950, early 1950, they'd realized that this lighter tank class probably wouldn't survive terribly well on the battlefield. So they pushed the limits up to about 25 tons, and they went from a 75 millimeter gun up to a 105. Now this chassis and everything was going to be an entire class of tanks. There was going to be a tank destroyer and a self-propelled gun all running off of this chassis. The original light tank was 20 tons. The tank destroyer was going to be in the 25 ton, and the SPG was being around the 30 ton. Like I said, so after realizing the changes, or I shouldn't say changes, looking at the rest of the world, what they were doing with tanks, so they try to push this up to the original light tanks up to 25 tons, and it did well. At least design wise, it turned out better than they thought it was going to. Surprise, surprise. However, the tank itself was never built beyond a wooden mock-up, and here's the actual wooden mock-up of this. This tank was mocked up with the 105 millimeter gun on it. Never made into a metal prototype, and that's pretty much the history of it. By 1951, they were like, yeah, this isn't going to work. This is going to be a little too light for what we wanted, so they pushed for a 30-ton tank, and eventually into the design concept of the MO1. So yeah, kind of lost to history. Kind of interesting history, and kind of an interesting tank. So that was the history of this, the new Lansen C, which actually apparently translates to Lance. Go figure. What about this tank? Well, it's kind of an interesting. It's got a lot of alpha compared to the other Tier 8s. T-34-3's probably got the most, I believe, followed by this thing at about 320 average damage. Now, what's interesting is that we've always seen these other premium tanks lately in the last year have pretty good alpha. This one is, or not alpha, penetration. This one is sitting at 208, which is a little light compared to some of the other, most of the other premiums, except for the older ones like Type 59 and those kind of tanks. But like the Primo Victoria, Centurion 7-1, they're all 220 plus. So this one's a little bit lacking, at least penetration-wise. 7.73 rate of fire, 7.76 reload time. And of course, so I bought the low-end package. I didn't buy the Odin package that makes it all pretty, and it gets a funky gun barrel, and, the you get the Ride of the Valkyries blaring off the back. No, I didn't. I just got the regular small package with the 100% crew. So I started out with this 100% crew, and I've played 11 games in it. Like I said, with a starter 100% crew starting out. So obviously some of these numbers are going to be off as you get the tank built up with a crew. But like every one of these reviews I do, sticking that 4 or 5 skill crew in here, it's just not going to give you guys exactly what this thing can do. You're going to use it for crew training anyway, so now I always like to play it a little bit more, that way. In fact, I just played it with the vents and the rammers too for the. So I didn't, for some reason, I didn't equip the. I usually carry at least the vert stabs on it, but apparently I didn't put it on there. I'll go figure. So 34.13 gun traverse speed, 10 degrees of gun depression. It's very nice with that. 2.34 aim time, 0.36 dispersion at 100 meters, and 2473 average damage per minute. Not too shabby. 1,350 hit points, 60 hull, 70 for the turn armor. Yeah, kind of cheesy. I don't think I've bounced much of a shot. Usually if they get off to the side on the front of this, not too bad. Anything in relative close, you know, if you get closer to the gun barrel, obviously it gets a little bit better, but, you know, we do get the occasional glance shot off the side here. The bottom, no, nothing really. And of course the sides. It is a very nice looking tank. I do like the, you know, the, it just looks right? And that big ass massive gun. 24.3 tons, 25 fully loaded, and 680 engine power, 20.7.98. It's not necessarily the fastest thing, but it does get there really, really quick. And I love that about this tank, is the speed and the mobility of this thing to get around the battlefield. And you're watching the game what I'm talking about. 50 top speed, 20 for reverse, and 42.67 for the traverse speed. Concealment's not too shabby either at 19.87. And I have the view range right now at 388 with a 65-70% on the BIA. Obviously, like I said, I usually do these reviews simply as a starter tank. So, like I said, I don't have the great cruise in it and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, of course, the concealment and the view range is going to go up quite a bit. But we're just going to, like I said, we're going to play these tanks as you would buy them with a starter crew, and you're going to train some crews up for your new Swedish line. So, with that said, I'll give this easily a 1 thumbs up. It might even be 2 thumbs up if the gun handling. Sometimes that gun trolls you a little bit with that accuracy, and the aim time 2.34 and 0.36. It's a little bit wild sometimes. I'll be honest with you. And the 7.76 reload time was a little long, but for the most part, it was definitely doable. And the 208 penetration, you can definitely make it work. Obviously, you're a medium tank, you want to be flanking shit anyway. And I do believe its APCR round is 242. Yep, 242, which isn't too shabby. The HE shell's a little bit, with 50 average penetration, enough to deal with light tanks. Beyond that, yeah. So, easily a 1 thumbs up. If you're looking to get in the Swedish line, I like this tank. I'll still take the Primo over it for the most part, just because of the Primo's turret. But if you want a little bit different play style instead of the pew pew pew, and by far more mobile than the Primo, obviously the Primo Victoria is nothing but under the Centurion. This is quite a bit faster. Plays probably similar more to the Leo, kind of a Super Leo, the Tier 7. Obviously with a much bigger alpha gun compared to the Leo. The Leo also does have a big alpha gun too. However, the gun handling on it's terrible. This is a little bit better for the gun handling. So with that said, like I said, 1 thumbs up. If you're looking for the new Swedish line, if you like that play style, more of the Leo 1 kind of play style where you don't have a whole lot of armor, but you do have pretty decent mobility to get around the battlefield, this could be definitely something to look at. So with that said, I'm going to bring up some games for you guys to check this tank out. Hey ladies and gents, we are back with the Lance C. We are playing on the Great Wall, whatever the fuck this is. This actually was my ace tanker. I got the ace tanker twice in this game, tank 11 games. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a fun change from the Primo Victoria style in here. And like I said, I brought this game probably because of the sheer amount of different things I did with it. All over the place here. So I got the 430 with me, a couple other tanks with me here, and we're going to be running up the hill as quick as possible to get into my favorite position to shoot. There is a couple wheelies on the other side, so that should be interesting. There's already one right off the bat. Surprisingly enough, this was kind of interesting. This is a tier 10 match. So it was the 11th game before I got a top tier match. Every other game I played, I was always the bottom feeder. As the I did get a kind of a nasty email after this game, or a nasty message after this game by you saw in the garage the name Tank Enema. I don't know how much more douchey that you can get that. Pick up the Pantera. We're in a little bit better position here. I want to get the EBR for off the hill. Hawk 12 comes up the hill as well. Alright, Pantera, what are you doing here? So, 208 pen. Not a lot of problems here. I want to get to that rock right there. There's the Pantera. No, we're not going to take a shot on him. Got the 430, the 103 are pushing up here on the corner. And, ooh, nice hit to the Pantera. And that's about the time the MO1 comes around the corner. He puts one into the Hawk 12. 103 goes that way. Oh, let's put one shot in there. I took a damn big shot from the MO1. I was not paying attention. I thought the 103 had come around the other side of the rock, but he hadn't. Thankfully, the 430's paying attention, and now he's pushing. Artie's all over him, thank goodness. Ooh, take one hit. Ah, screw it. We need to kill him. So, he apparently had he kind of had a hard-on for me. Don't know why. Go figure. Bid 415. Where are you going, buddy? Where are you going, buddy? Can't quite. There we go. Got down on him. Ooh. So we're going to back out of there. Yeah, we don't want to get shot at because there's a ton of tanks on the other side. So we're going to run down here and see what the VK is up to. The EBR is pushing once again. This is the 90. The AX goes around the corner. That's kind of the reason why I didn't go out there, buddy. Bad things happen to good people. So the VK's picked up the AMX. I'm kind of worried a little bit here. There's usually a TD sitting right there on that corner where that castle wall is here. So we're going to try to get over here. I don't have 208 pens, a little hard. I got to be able to get this VK either side on or turret here. Let's see if we can. Oh, never mind. Artillery's all over that. Nails the tank, and we're back at it here. So, yeah. Well, the Pantera had been spotted there. It was a 2-3 game, or 3-2 game right now. Here we got the Super Conch pushing up, AM 65 ton. And now the Hawk 12. He's going to poke the corner here to see what's happening. Not really terribly interested in finding what all is going on there. Oh, there's the 705A. Yeah. So, they've pushed all the way down to the 0 line. Like I said, good mobility on this tank. Climbs hill like a beast. It's that power to ton weight that really makes the difference here. So I'm going to go help these guys out. There's a 430, a 430U, and a Scorpion G. However, there's 3 of them. So, yeah, one's an autoloader, so he can really make the difference here pretty quick. And, of course, artillery on the other team is shooting in there, so let's see what's going to happen here. Round we go. One's a 40-43, one's a GC, so they can, by rights, they can actually drop a shell in that area. If they're sitting at about the A3 line, they should be able to get it in there by angle-wise. So they pick up the T-54E1. We got an object, 430. Oh, there's Tank Enema. Apparently I'm a bottom feeder and an absolute disgustingly shitty fucking player. Yeah, he was pretty not happy with me here. So we're gonna pull down here. We're gonna give the 430 and the 430U a little push to get this rolling here. There's a Pantera. Yeah, we need to get this rolling here. So I'm gonna wait till the 430 does something. Never mind. They put a shell into the Pantera. We're gonna wait here. Let's see if we can get the Pantera coming around the corner. Nope. So we are back to a 5-4 game. They picked up the Pantera. Ooh, damn. The 430 puts a shell into him here. Let's see here. What are we doing? 430U is not paying attention. And I put, too low to the side, and I get fucking nailed by that guy. Shit. Back up here. Fuck that guy. I think that's why he was mad with me. I'm not sure. So, yeah, let's get on the run here. We got a 4502, and of course the Strav, and a 48 Patton, and an EBR. Can't get a shot over there. Finally fixed my gun. Let's get back up a hill here. Make something work. Make something work here. Pick up the Strav. He's still sitting there on top of the hill. They killed the 4502. We got this 8-4 right now. We need to push up as quick as possible. 48 Patton is still hanging out there. Of course, with the Strav and an EBR. EBR nails 103, so I figured he's probably sitting in that bush there. I was kind of hoping the 45 is going to come around the corner, or 48 is going to come around the corner. Nope. Screw it. We'll shoot the Strav. Ooh, never mind. Never got the Strav here. Find the EBR, though. He stops. There we go. Put a nice shell, 275 into it. Take one to the track, and got to get moving. Love the mobility. Like I said, very nice. You know, being able to move around the battlefield compared to the Primo. The Primo would still be struggling that hill right there. All right, so they've got the 48 Patton, EBR. Yeah, fuck you, wheelie. No shot on him. And I'm going to try to get over here and help this VK out as much as possible here. Maybe try to get some shots. on the... oh, never mind. 430 finishes him off. And we got got an EBR and a couple... Ooh, a little bit of everything over here. So, around the corner we go. Let's see what we got. Always got worried about the... picks up the 40-43. And then we're gonna have to close him a little bit. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Try again. Pick up the 40-43, nail him, and now I'm not kind of worried where it was. There's a GC here. SU-130 PM is seen coming back, so let's not get carried away here. Scorpion G's coming around the corner. Yeah, let's make a run across here. Pick up the GC. Oh, he wants me. Can't get me. Sorry, buddy. However, I'm stunned. So, ooh, no chance there. Stunned. Crew's still stunned. I'm not going to use up a med kit for this. I'll wait till my reload comes up here. Oh, we got the SU-130 PM come back here. And, of course, that dirty conk GC who's just waiting to derp the poor little Tier 8 that I am. You know, that's what they do. Come on, VK, what are you doing here? Oh, he puts a shell in there. Scorpion G finishes them off. So we got 2 tanks left. We got a SU-130 PM and the 705A AMX 65 ton. Now they've killed the, interesting enough, they've killed the Super Conk. I don't know what was all going on over here when I got here. So around the corner we come. 705A's, he's behind that hill. Oh, there we go. Pick up that one. Nice shot on the move. Oh, I thought he didn't quite think he was going to push around here, but yeah, but he did. Can't go too far. Oh, leaves me on 10 hit points. That's all right. I got you, buddy. And I'm going to wait for that 705 to reload. Or fire at least. Oh, there he goes. Now it's time to get busy. Tier 10. I have no chance from the front, so it's time to get to this rear. Round we go. Love this mobility on this tank. There we go. Side on. And now he's going to be... Yeah, he's got a Scorpion G and a 4502, so we're just going to pick up the last... Ooh. There we go. Pick up the last one. 5 kills, 2,806 damage. Yeah, this is the Ace Tanker game. The other Ace Tanker wasn't that impressive. It was the tier 8 batch, or tier... I was top tier, the 11th. Hey, ladies and gents, back with the second game in the tank. This actually was the very first game. I bought the tank. I was talking to Big T and some other guys in the Discord, or TS, and they're like, But yeah, so I was like, all right, you know, because I'm a tank collector and I'm kind of that way, so we're going to try it out. So I bought it, and I thought I was going to get... Apparently, I don't get the old... Where it used to be the very first game you played in a tank, you were going to get top tier. Because I never got top tier, like I said, until the final 11th game before I got to the top tier. Had some really good games in it. I think I was averaging... I think it was at 1,800 damage a game. Couple that were at 32 or right up... I had one at 32, one couple right at 3. So it did perform quite well. Yeah, so it's a tier 10 match. I'm a tier 8 here, and like I said, I was just a little curious here. I don't have 6th Sense, so I always pop that bush. Tanks have a tendency to like to jump into it. Sometimes the mediums and whatnot, so we'll fire a warning shot. Nothing there, but hey, you know what? You got to give it a try. So, we're looking over here. The Wheezy 111s are pushing. They had actually said that, so I was kind of looking forward to possibility that if they do push, we were going to, yeah, we were going to be able to push with him. Leopard PTA there. Looking here. T-54 Mod 1 got shot with a shell of some sort. And, of course, you got 2 PTAs. Those are always interesting. Ferdinand is getting... Yeah, where is the Ferdinand? Oh, no, he's already got shot once here. Pick up the IS-3. Let's see here. What are we going to do? Ooh. There's the Pershing here. Now, we're going to see some like what I was talking about, some of the inaccuracies and the light pen on this tank. Ooh. Got a decent shell velocity, that's for sure. Oh, I thought he was going to move a little quicker, but he stopped. Now, I'm trying to aim for the side of the turret. There we go, another ricochet with that 208 pen. Just can't quite get through it. And might get the cheek here. Come on. Oh, he turns just as it drops down. So, long-range sniping, not so great. Like I said, this is going to get better as we get a little bit better crew up here, I hope. So, we got a 416 here. We're going to pull over here. And our first target here is going to be PTA. And off just a little bit. Armor not penetrated. I'm already 0. I haven't hit shit. But I do get some little bit of a spotting damage here. Let's try that again. There we go. Aimer in at 301. They're still sticking with that IS-3 here. So I picked up a little bit more, and now it's time to fuck with the 416. There's one. 324. Ooh. Go a little too far down the hill. There we go. Another one into him. He's on the run. Alright, can I get one more shot into him before he goes over the hill? No, not really. Object 416 picked up a little bit more there. And we got a push. Ooh, Charioteer's like, oh, what a... I don't know what he was doing there. He's just like, I'm just going to come over the hill. Pick him up. Yeah. Love them. Like I said, mobility's just absolutely wonderful in this tank. Being able to move around and get into different positions. Yeah, we're going to move around over here. So the 416, there goes the 416. Where are you going, buddy? There we go. Picked him up from the rear. Finished him off. Finished the 416 off. Still haven't broke 1,000 yet. Love that. Love that. So that's about the time the Chronovon shows up to the other side. So there's a Wheezy 111 and a 410. And what do we got here? Nothing really so far. So we're going to see if we can help out that. We're going to see if we can help him out. And that's about the time I saw the Object 140 coming through here. He's running. Ooh, get the critical hit. Track him. I'm going to back up here. That's a tier 10 tank. I'm not really interested in getting shot by him. However, he does finally go the other direction. That's what I was talking about with the blooming accuracy on this thing. Not the best. So, I'm not going to spend any more time looking at that because he's waiting for me to poke again. However, we will shoot the back of the Chronovon, nail him, and the SU-100 picks him up, back up here. Ooh, big hit on the 140. There we go. One into his track, put the critical hit on him. Puts me up to 1,378. I'm going to back out of there before I get in trouble. Back up the hill we go. So, there's a possibility. Is he still sitting right? Yeah, he's still sitting there. Pick him up. 1,378. And we're on the run here. So, I got 2 tier 10s. I got that Orleans medal, whatever. 2 games, right? Which is kill 3 tanks above your tier or whatever. So, the medals were rolling in tonight, boys. It's just excellent here. So, ISM... There's a Type 4, VK. There's all kinds of heavies right over there. Now, 261 and an SU-101. The SU-101 spotted on the last time on the other side, and there was a 261 here. Like I said, accuracy is not always the best on this thing, and you have to deal with it with the long aim time. And I must have hit a house or a tree or something, because that should have been dead on, no go here. So, back with the move. And then this is, like I said, with the big difference between this tank and playing like the Primo Victoria or whatever. The Primo would never have made it across here. He'd still be struggling to get over here to get any more damage. Up the hill we go. Yeah, so let's see here. ISM, VK, SU-101, and Type 4 Heavy. Now, 208 pen, unless I get something right at the rear. It's going to be a little more difficult to pen these guys. So up the hill we go. We got the VK. Let's see if we can pop this. Nothing's looking my way, so let's see if we can pop over here. And no! He moves just as I come over the hill. I don't get much out of that deal here. IS-7 comes around the corner here. He misses on the VK. SU-100, everybody's looking at me. Ooh, VK's firing HE, so that means he's waiting for me. Go figure. Alright, so switch to a premium round here. Let's see if we can get that Type 4 Heavy. Nope. Let's go for the SU-101. Put a shot in from behind. Put me at 1793. And we got the Type 4. One more. Come on. 1444 spotting. And I'm trying to get the cupola on that Type 4. Nope. It bounces. Can't kill him. 4502. Ooh, what do we got left here? VK. Come on. Let's see if we can get over the top. Type 4 is making me nervous here. He's always looking. Of course, Lorraine shoots at me, because why not? He's just about ready to die. Round we go. IS-7's moving in. Yep, they're still looking at me. About that time. Yep, there we go. AT. And finish off the Type 4. Puts me at 1957 showing. I did get that blind shot on that 140 on the other side. So puts just a little over 2K and about 1450 spotting. So it wasn't a bad first game in the in the Lansen. Like I said, enjoy the mobility, and the gun handling's a little bit to be desired, but hey, what are you going to do? Hey, ladies and gents, back with the third game. Yeah, I know, 3, right? I had so much fun in this tank. This was a loss. I'll be straight up. This was one of those bottom tier Eiffel Tower shit, which isn't this isn't the tank's kind of play style. This tank is not. Yeah, it's just not. Yeah, this thing doesn't like to be in close quarters. Like I said, with the great maneuverability and that gun. So we're just gonna head out here right off the bat. Here, we're gonna see what we can do. We got a couple Wheezies, a couple of mediums here. Progetto's coming with me, so we're gonna see what we can get here. If we get a nice shot off right off the bat, and see what we do here. Around the corner we come. Up the hill we go, and let's sit up here. Let's see here. I'm aiming for that bush. I'm hoping the Wheezy's gonna spot something. Yep, there he goes. Picks him up right off the bat. Puts a nice shell. 327 into the 416. We're gonna back off there. Everybody backs off. Fun. ELC's there in the center, and it looks like a pretty big wreck down on the bottom. So the Progetto gets nailed for 320. Most likely it was that 416. So, like I said, this is one of those games. It's just like, Got the 705. There's an E75 on another team. There's a freaking Conway. And then, of course, there's also an AMX 13.9. So, a little more interesting. Away we go. Let's see what we can do here. Nope. Not happening. So, yeah, it's kind of stagnated. This is the problem with the field side on the Paris map. I really don't want to get too pokey here, because if I'm playing artillery on this map, I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm dropping shells right where that Wheezy sits. So I'm not terribly interested to find out if that RD player is that kind of RD player here. So we're going to get moving. We're going to try the middle here. There's some targets showing up here. Like I said, I'm always a little leery when especially I'm doing these tank reviews, because I'm not playing with the best of my best crews. So with no sixth sense, I gotta kind of just feel my way, right? You know, I played German tanks for years. You just automatically assume you are spotted wherever you go. So, I've got a 704 here. I'm thinking maybe center. That's about the time I've seen the Progetto breakthrough. He goes down the back side, and unfortunately, I really don't want to poke out. We haven't seen the Conway, or not the Conway, the 46 Patton yet. So that means he's probably hiding out somewhere. And there's the Progetto. 704 moves out. Let's see if he can find something. Let's find the one. There we go. Find the 103 or the IS3. Put a nice shell into him for 345. Can I get one more? Come on. Reload. Oh, nope. Let down once again. However, about that time, Progetto's just getting wrecked. Looks like he didn't do a whole lot of damage before he got fucking smushed. Ooh, he got wrecked here. Pick up the Tiger 2. Nothing. Let's see here. M46 Patton's coming around the corner and play with the 704. That's what it's a little hard to get out there in that center like that when you can't see everything. AMX 1390 kills the 416. And yeah, we're starting 3-2 here. I'm kind of wanting to get a shot here on the Patton. He's off a little bit. He's fired at the 704. Come on. Oh, of course, I hit the track. I always hit the track. Snapshots are not the easiest thing with this tank, I'll be honest. Like I said, the tank would be just absolutely beautiful if it had a little bit better gun on it. Just a little bit. That's all I want. IS-3 picks up the 704 from across the map. It doesn't get spotted for it. I mean, the 704 did not have much of a crew. So we're going to back out of that. And we're going to also, like I said, there's a lot of stuff hanging out right here. That's about the time the T-34 shows up. There's the IS-3. Let's back up a little bit here. Put a nice shell into him. 294, we're going to back up. He's got a really shitty gun, so I'm not terribly worried about getting blind shotted by him. And we are down 3-5, 11, whatever here. Ooh, there we go. Pick up the T-34. Come on, one more. Nail his track. Put him for 348. He's almost dead. Ah, there we go. That's well done, fellas. Then all of a sudden, some crazy shit starts to develop out in the field. We got an ELC going nutso here. So there's the IS-3. CDC gets nailed as he goes across the mid. Mawbreaker, T-34-2. And I think this is kind of where the game went to shit here. Ooh, there's the Conway. But you know what? We're going to try to get out here. I really want to help this side. There's the ELC, Charioteer, and the Centurion one. No, don't. Nope, can't quite get him. There we go. Come on. Come on. He's looking at me. He knows I'm here. However, nope. We're just going to blind shot. And that actually did hit. Surprising surprise. That full bloom bullshit actually did hit. I actually nailed that Charioteer. Go figure, right? Back up. So now they've killed the ELC. We're back to a 6-8 game. There is a possibility that we're going to maybe win this. Honestly, I'm a little worried here because SU-101 and the Progetto have all decided to kind of abandon field. So this kind of leaving my backside a little open here. The SU-101's hanging out there. I'm hoping we're just going to put out... Yep, he's been sitting there quite out. Oh, there's the AMX-1390. You always see me taking blind shots for a reason. You get lucky once in a while. Like I said with the Charioteer. But let's see here. The IS-3, he is... Ooh... Can't quite get fast enough. That long aim time, I probably could have thrown it up, but then also, like I said, I was spotted. I'm assuming I was spotted. You know, still full health. Patton's there, Progetto's there, SU-101's there. We've lost our... We have one Tier 9. We've lost our Martian and our Type. So yeah, this isn't good for the home team. They have a 705. And whatnot here. So let's pull around the corner here. I'm a little worried. Let's back up. Oh, can he see me? He does see me. Shit. Nailed in the engine. Knocks my engine out. Puts me on fire. Of course. Of course. I was assuming. I always assume. Never assume in this game, damn it. So, now it's time. If I gotta take a shot on that guy. Like I said, 208 pen, unless I'm getting him from the side or an idler shot, I am not going to be able... I'm not even sure if I do believe the 242 pen with the APCR. I'm not even sure I can pen him, even if I wanted to. And he's side scraping, so that's probably not going to be a good shot here. However, patience is virtue. It's 7-9 right now. We've lost this and that. However, they do have a fair amount of... We're going to back up here, because... Like I said, with the Progetto and the SU-101 leaving the field, I'm kind of feeling a little exposed here. Just a little bit. T-34-2's hanging out in the corner with the 705. AMX is almost dead. And the T-10, I do believe, he's got 74%. Progetto's 65%. T-34-2's got a fair amount. I'm sitting at about half. It's not looking too bad here. That's we pick up the 705. Oh, and he's already nailed that T-34-2. Let's see here. I was hoping maybe possibly if he got shot by me that he might have backed off a little bit and tried to instead of pushing the T-34-2. Nope. Come on. Let's see if I can get the E4. Nothing with the E4. Nope. I thought no, he ain't going to do it here. So, he's pushing the T-34-2. IS-3 is coming around the corner here to shoot him. Yep, let's see here. Put a nice 342 in his rear, puts him down to 203 or 234, and the 705 is fired, and we are back. There we go. Finish him off. So we're back to 9-11 here. We've got their 9s knocked out except for the Patton. The Patton's full health. So, yeah. So, load premium shells. This is time not to bounce. We need to kill these guys as quick as possible. Progetto, I honestly, at this point, when I come around the corner here, I was hoping the Progetto was going to stay there, right? And I wasn't exactly paying attention. There's the E4. He pulls up the hill, and there's the IS-3. We'll put a nice shell into him. Unfortunately, about that time, here comes the E4. Now, like I said, I honestly, when I saw him go, ooh, there's the E4. He comes back around. We'll put one in there from the rear. Ooh, Charioteer hits me, breaks my gun, so he's down on the far end. 2.6 E4 is pushing up here. Everybody's pushing here. So that's about the time I'm like, no, we got to do something here. Let's go around the corner. Charioteer nails me for 207. Finish off the E4. Unfortunately, that's about the time. Ooh, IS-3 pulls off a bullshit shot on me. Yeah, go figure. So, lovely. We're down 10, 12. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, come on, boys. Most of you guys are full health. You got an IS-3, one guy left, and that's about the time the charioteer shows up. So he's at 685 because I had hit him earlier with that one shot. So when the game, I did 3,200 damage in the game. IS-3 nails him. Unfortunately, these guys are getting wrecked. That 46 Patton's over there, and so is that charioteer. And they've pretty much kind of, yeah, these guys are down now to 20% and 20% with that many tanks left. So still crossed my mind. That's about time. Of course, here he comes. The 1390 makes his play, puts a shell into the T10. Progetto moves out too far, misses his second shot, and he's now lost most of his health. He puts one shot into him. Unfortunately, that's not going to do us any good because he dies to the Patton, and now we have the T10. He's trying to face off against these guys. AMX 1390 is like, I got you, buddy. And it was lost. So, like I said, not a bad game with it. This is like my 4th game with it. And I was thinking, hey, yeah, I really kind of like this tank. And then I got Paris, right? So still, 3,208 isn't too bad in a, tier 9 match. So with that said, have a good night, guys, and thanks for watching.